Welcome back in, everyone. As fall settles in, college campuses across the nation, they're gearing up for one of the most anticipated events of the year, homecoming. Joining me right now to speak about ULM's homecoming is Miss Madria Buford. How you doing today, young lady?
I'm doing good. How are you this morning?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you so much for coming on, taking some time out.
Absolutely.
Greatly appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, ma'am. So, Miss Madria, let's just jump into the nitty-gritty, right?
Okay.
Can you tell me what are some of the events that's going to highlight ULM's homecoming to the viewers?
Sure can. So we're going to start off homecoming week that Wednesday with the University Mile. That's one of ULM's big homecoming traditions. You can register online. Those of you who register, you get a free T-shirt for participating. It has usually there's a really big turnout. I think I might even try to participate this year. You should join us.
Whoa, cardio is one of my least favorite shoots right there, Ms. Madria. But with that being said, you know, you're running a mile around the campus, inviting the community. With that being said, how do you think homecoming contributes to the overall sense of community within the college campus?
Well, not just because it's homecoming for ULM, it's really homecoming for the community, right?
Yes,
all of this, the majority of the students that attend ULM are from this area or from Region 8, right? So that's home for them. Coming on campus, seeing what activities we have going on, and then on top of that, they get to share with the younger future Warhawks in the community what it would be like to be a Warhawk at ULM.
Yes, ma'am. And speaking of that, now you said you guys will have a 1 mile run, which I got to prep myself for that bad boy, if I'm being honest with you. But with that being said, what are some other events that you can highlight about the homecoming week?
Okay, also during homecoming week, we have our Greek happy hour that is right before the NPHC step show on Friday.
Nice.
We also have a homecoming parade on Thursday. We have the retirees luncheon. I'm sorry, I drew a blank there. We have the retirees luncheon where we get to celebrate all of the people who have worked at ULM and given their time and served on campus in a variety of capacities. We have the Good Morning Gala that Saturday morning. That's a really big highlight. It's a brunch. You get to meet the homecoming queens. You get the meet the beaux of ULM. And then of course there's some good food and some entertainment. We honor our Golden Society graduates. Now those are our people who graduated at least 50 years ago from the university. They come back, they have a breakfast with the president that Friday morning, and then on Saturday they're introduced to everyone during the Good Morning Gala. Then after the Good Morning Gala, everyone transitions over to the Grove. Now in the Grove is where the party gets started. That's where you have all of the tailgating at. The Alumni Association hosts a really big tailgate. You can come out and tailgate with us if you're a member, and even if you're not a member, you can still come out and tailgate with us. There is a guest fee associated, but we'd love to have people to join us and see what we're about. And then the game starts, and then we have the game immediately after that.
Nice. Now you're speaking my language right now. You said a gala, some food, and football.
Yeah.
I'm all for it. Can't ask for any more. Now, just a few minutes ago, you were mentioning about the future Warhawks of ULM.
Yes.
Now, what advice would you give to the current students and incoming freshmen about homecoming week?
Make sure that you have good time management, right? That's not just about homecoming week, that's all the time. You want to make sure that you're not only participating in the fun things, but you make sure that you're carving out the appropriate amount of space for your schoolwork. So, because at the end of the day, they're students first, but we want them to have a good time also.
Yes, ma'am. I wish I would have had that piece of advice my freshman year. I'll tell you that right now. But is there anything else about ULM homecoming that you maybe want to highlight to the public that I didn't, you deem as important?
No, we kind of touched on everything, but I definitely want to remind everyone that we have our big parade on that Thursday. It's open to all community participants. Churches, schools, nonprofit organizations, anyone that like to participate, they can register online. It doesn't cost anything. Just come out, and we'd love for you to showcase your organization or your school and what they have going on as well.
Nice. Miss Madria, I want to thank you so much for taking some time out of your day and highlighting this to the viewing audience. Time is greatly appreciated.
Yeah, thanks.